get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mac? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They call me Bobby Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I find no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my bar's mine. My tracks flame like a diamond. The hardest part on my tongue. Thinking this is warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist but you smell me. One spark then I bet you I'ma blow up. They throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verse is thinking in his man but you can't see me. You rather drink than go pull up. I'm drinking knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I poured all the plaques, you Decepticons. Fake rappers to retreat like Cobra. 80s they can float, they like up in the swords and I'm He-Man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja Turtle rap, Turtle Clans, get defeated. Hot samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad, when I go and show up, you can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What is going on, everybody? It's Dre Mac. Coming to you again with another episode of the Dre Mac Show. 7:30 in the morning, Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. You're feeling the West Coast. Get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And today, we are going to discuss episode 2. Why does it say look? Oh, I know why. There we go. Get that big forehead in there. Oh, there we go. Episode 2 of The Last of Us. And I keep telling people, I don't think people really understand, to me, that this show, especially for the ones who have not played the video game, which I actually had to go look up, scenes of the video game to see if they match what is going on in the show and how good you guys got it. Is Bella Ramsey the face that you would want? No, but it's the face you deserve. If I had to get those turtles from Turtles 3, you get Bella Ramsey. Sorry, that's what you get. But this episode, again, excellent episode, again, for having a adaptation of media. Like I said, I don't think I know we asked for perfection in certain aspects, and I get it. I most definitely get it. You want perfection. You want what you want. And I get that. I completely get that. But when I'm telling you that I personally believe that, that this is better than what you guys are actually giving it credit for, I'm just saying, I especially this episode, I believe that this was better than what a lot of people expected. So we gonna go into it today. Hope you guys are happy. Hope you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gant over at the Heavy Gant Reacts channel. But you already know how I do. The real question is, Sorry about that. Golly. All right, let me get up in here. Let me fix this camera just real quick. Let me fix it. Get this forehead up in here. Yeah, all forehead in my man unit. All right, let me see who is all up in here while I'm over here playing. Roberta, the church auntie. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Marley Mart is up in here. He said, well, everybody getting canceled off the timeline now. I mean, yak, 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 yak. I loved every minute of this episode. Loved every minute of it. Persetta, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, look, hey, and it's so deep. I wanted to make sure because, like I said, I did the video, and shout out to Marlon Moore for going up there and coming to the aid because people are still commenting on that video, the one that I did where I was reacting to deleted villain. And again, I ain't got anytime I do a reaction video, it's just I'm just going off of their take. I don't got no personal beef with nobody, or I ain't like, oh, I don't like them, let me do it. He said something, I wanted to see if I could counter what he was saying. And just being honest with you, especially at the end of this episode, I found out that the young lady who was playing Abby was actually supposed to be Ellie, which I said, I was like, she looks more like Ellie from the video game than Bella Reese. But also when I was saying that, I'm like, she doesn't look like a 14-year-old girl either. You know, she like a grown ass woman. And that's what I was talking about. And I don't think she's that old, but you know, it's the simple fact is that, you know, you have, or I said Bella Reese, Bella Ramsey, but you have these actors and actresses that are playing these particular characters. You gotta really understand that some people, you know, you'll look up Bella Ramsey is 21, about to be 22 right now. She'll turn 24 and look 30. You know what I mean? I'm just saying it happens. You see it all the time in Hollywood. And Caitlin Denver, she actually was supposed to be Ellie, but she aged out of the role. They said that literally at the end of the episode, and how it was very exciting to work with her in all of this. And again, this is what I'm saying about believability, and that's why sometimes like I said, I critique what somebody is saying, but then I also be like, okay, now Ellie in the when I went back and I rewatched the actual scene that we're going to be discussing here with Joel and Abby, right? For one, old girl on steroids on the video game, man. She walking around, I'm talking about fresh out the penitentiary, cock diesel. I was like, God, dog, she over there super big. She look like China for wrestling. You know what I mean? The way that you know, then people's like, oh, she should have got buffed for the scene. Why? But also, I'm talking about believability. This woman is 5'2". Now she, you know, is if like I said, all it is that Bella Ramsey doesn't look like Kayla Dever, or Dever, but she looks more aesthetically pleasing than Bella Ramsey. That's it. That's all it is. And Bella Ramsey was acting her ass off in this. I'm just saying, she was in it. You know what I'm saying? In the character, everything. I ain't gonna lie, I felt something. You know what I felt? Emotion, because there is a character that these two characters I went along this journey with, and something happens, and now I gotta deal with the emotion that I feel about what happened with this character. And it was funny because I was sitting there watching this last night, because I honestly, you know, hopefully you guys had a good Easter and everything. But I was sitting there and, like, I'm not gonna lie, Whatchamacallit was getting on my nerves. Um, Ellie was getting up. She started off getting on my nerves, and I forgot to get this started. My fault. But she was getting on my nerves. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. She was legitimately getting on my nerves. She pissed me off. And that's also a good sign of someone who is a really good actor. I always look at it like, if you're a wrestling fan, right? If you're a wrestling fan, there is your heel, you got your baby faces, you got your heels. That's what it is in wrestling, right? And in wrestling, there are certain people that if they're a really good heel, they'll piss you off. If they're a really good heel, they will piss you. You will be so mad at them. You don't even know why you're mad at them, because they're doing their job. That's what they're there for. They're there to take heat and or to create heat. Like Logan Paul. You know what I mean? They're there to create heat. And if they're doing their job, then they're going to get heat. That means that's a sign of, for one, someone who is doing their job. You know what I mean? It's that's what you have to understand. Is this actor or actress doing their job to the point where you start feeling emotions about what they're doing? You know what I mean? It's what they're doing. You know what I mean? Not even how they're doing it, it's just what they're doing in that particular scene. And does it bring you emotion? All right, let me get to some of you guys before I get to the actual thing. And I got something that I want to address here real quick. Tracy Woods, good morning. I'd say good morning. I think I did. Good morning, Tracy Woods, Union Network. Good morning. Big Samage, good morning. They should have cast another person as Ellie. I mean, if you just look at, like I said in the video, if you're just looking at the aesthetics, you're already gonna be thrown off. You're gonna be thrown off. This person could be giving an excellent performance. You know what I mean? But if you're just looking at the aesthetic of that person, you're not going to be into it anyway. And I'm not here to convince anybody on someone's acting ability. What I look at is, does this person embody the character, even though they don't look exactly like the character? Do they embody the character? And when I tell you, I'm telling you this, and this is the honest to God truth, I'm not being a homer, nothing like that. I'm just telling you guys the truth. I literally watched the scene of Joel and Abby and Ellie and the rest of the the Wolf Clan. And then I rewatched the episode. It's not 1-to-1, which is good, because I wouldn't want, if I played that video game and did see it just a 1-to-1 adaptation, it would just take me out of it or whatever. It'd just be silly to me. I would just rather watch the cutscenes in the video game if I wanted to watch a movie, which honestly, some people that complain it, just go back and watch the cutscenes of the whole entire Last of Us, and there you go. You ain't got to worry about this actual show like that. And this is the honest to God's truth. But since I'm looking at it in a performance acting type of way, I'm looking at it from an actor's, I always tell you, anytime that I watch videos, anytime that I watch movies or anything, I always look at it in an actor's point of view. What would I do to bring that performance? How would I be able to bring that performance with the reference material that I have, which is the video game? How much can I adaptate with the feeling that they gave you in that video game and cross it over to television? Because there's still two totally different things. In video games, the girl who does Ellie's voice in the video game is the mother from season 1, who technically kind of looks like Bella Ramsey. She just doesn't have the whole entire kind of like wide face and narrow nose and eyes, but she kind of looks like that, even though the character model, which they can go and do, they could be able to change it with the character model because it's a video game. You're looking at 3D models. You can model it after anything that you want to. You can model that character after Big Bird if you want to. Does that actress bring the same energy and the same emotion that they did in that video game? And I'll be damned if everybody did. Everybody did. So when like I said, I grew up in a time where I'm watching Ninja Turtles that don't look like Ninja Turtles. Transformers. Oh my God. Do you know how many times I've complained about the Transformers from the Bayverse? They didn't change except for what? In Travis Knight's Bumblebee for what? All of how many minutes was that? 7 out of a 2-hour movie. I got 7 minutes of G1 accuracy. 7 minutes. You know what I mean? But did that stop people who don't know nothing about Transformers? Because what you have to understand is that there's people who played the video game. There's a pocket of people who played the video game, and there's thousands upon probably millions of people who did not play that video game and is watching this for a show and trying to figure out, is the show worth watching? Damn the video game. Is the show worth watching? Right? And as a person who did not play this video game, the damn show was worth watching. It's entertaining as hell, and it had me in my feels, my tum-tum feelings, all up in it. I was turning in the knots. People was pissing me off. Things was happening. I felt emotion, and I'll be damned if that's not the sign of good television. No matter if it's a 1-to-1 or if you think she's funny looking or whatever. I mean, hell, I'll just show you a picture. I'll show you a picture just floating around that I seen floating around the internet, which is mean, but I'll show you because this is what people think of Bella Ramsey. Before I get to anybody else that's in here, hold up, because I like to be fair. I like to show you guys stuff that I see, and I was gonna post this, and I was like, this is just too mean. This is just too damn mean. But let me show y'all. This is what people hold up. This is what people think of Bella Ramsey. It's messed up. This Jack's messed up. Look what they did to her face. Her chin ain't that big. This is what I'm just saying. This is what people think on the internet. Now, it's funny because she gets a damn good performance, and everybody gets sidestepping her performance because she doesn't look like the character. At least you, especially from a person who is coming from, I don't have a T'Challa. They trying to give me a T'Challa Jr. or a Zuri or somebody else as besides the King of Wakanda, T'Challa, King of T'Chaka. But this is how blessed y'all are. When you can complain to somebody who doesn't look like a character model, and we got to fight, claw, and get ridiculed just for wanting the character back. I'm just saying. There's other things that's out here. But anyway, let's see. Okay, hold up. Wait a minute, because I kind of. But what's up, Xavier Phoenix? What's up? Roberta said, great service and grilled lamb chops for dinner. That sounds good. Yeah, somebody had their golf clubs, which again, I went back and watched the actual video. I mean, they did a hell of a job. They should have cast Elliot Page. That's funny. You said it's not even a performance. She's doing good. It's just they should have chosen someone. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold on. Because that's an oxymoron. Because if they would have had somebody who looks just like her, right? They would have got somebody who looks just like her. And then she had a terrible performance. I'm not reviewing this show. I'm like, this is garbage. Why am I watching this? Now, let me just show you. Hold up. Y'all over here complaining. Hold up. Because I want to, let's put some things into context, right? Let's put some things into context. Hold up, because I'm about to share my screen real quick. Because this is what I had to deal with as a Turtles fan. What is this? What is this? What is that? Okay. Again, do they look like? Does the original 1990 movie looks like the Mirage comics? No. But what the hell did they do with the Bayverse? Just, I'm gonna give you something, and you go like, what is? I mean, big hulking turtles. Big hulking turtles. Yet, you know, I mean, Turtles 3 was bad. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3 is I tried to watch it. I tried to give it a chance. I was actually going to do a whole entire, like, it's not that bad. Bullshiggity. It's trash. But look at their faces. And then Turtles the Bayverse, Turtles are coming what is that? Coming out of our shells or shadow or whatever. I don't know. Terrible. But hey, you got Turtles. So it ain't like I don't understand, right? It's not like I don't understand. I think that's what y'all not getting. It's not like I don't understand, or just because I didn't play the video game, I don't understand. The girl's funny looking. This is what it is. The girl's funny looking. You know what I'm saying? But because these Turtles in Turtles 1, Turtles 2, I like the Turtles. The Turtles look better in TMNT 2, Secret of the Ooze, than they did in 1990. But because of the tone and the dialogue and everything that they did in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 is far superior, the better movie. Even though I feel like the turtle models look better in Secret of the Ooze. You know what I mean? Just because they look better, just because April O'Neil looks better, doesn't mean that Paige Charcoal was better than Godly, the original one. I can't think of her name right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. You could have changed it, but it could have changed the whole entire vibe of the actual movie if they doesn't give the performance. Just because this person might look dead directly on, will they still give the performance that is needed to carry a show? And remember, this is the people who, there's more people who did not watch this, that did not play the video game, that did play the video game. And that's okay. It's the lead character. I get it. I absolutely get it. But does she give a performance? That's all that matters. Does she give a, now, one thing we're not dealing with a Wonder Man. It ain't like they made Ellie black and now we got to deal with the backlash because HBO decided, you know what, there's a whole white girl in this video game. Let's make her black in the new one. You got to deal with that. So Count Your Lucky Stars there. She's just not cute. Period. She's just not cute. That's all it is. That's all it is. And I'll tell you this: if TMNT, if TMNT was a good movie, even though they look monstrous, I mean, Shrekish, you know what I mean? Then I would say, you know what? As monstrous as they look, man, this movie is actually dope. Like, you can't deny how good the movie is. Turtles 3, not a good movie. Nah, there's certain elements of that movie that's cool, but it's not a good movie. It's just not. Turtles 2, you know what I'm saying? Not a good movie. Better looking Turtles, better looking April O'Neil. Movie-wise, it's might as well be an episode of the TMNT 1987 cartoon, because that's basically what it was. But TMNT 1 doesn't really look like the Mirage comics, and that's kind of hard because it's drawn, but damn it, did everything work. It did everything work on there. And again, that's all I care about. Does it work? Is the character is the character bringing the energy? Is the character not a race swap to make people pissed off? You know what I mean? Now, I would hate, because this is kind of what Hollywood does. You know, they will cast, we get on there, but like, ew, she's not the character. Bully that girl, and then something happens, and then we're like, ah, shit. My bad, Roberta. But I'm just saying. I mean, Pedro Pascal doesn't look like Joe from the video game, and Pedro Pascal does a hell of a job being Joe. Very believable to me. I'm just saying, but I'll look at it in an acting point of view. I don't look like Sidney Poitier, but I played his character Raisin in the Sun. Are you gonna be like, and this was Dre did have hair, you know what I'm saying? Dre was rocking the fade, you know what I mean, all of that. But I ain't nowhere close to Sidney Poitier dark. But did I not study the hell out of Raisin in the Sun? Did I not study every mannerism and everything that Sidney Poitier brought? Because I was looking at it like this. If he was to see me, what would he think me doing his performance? That's the way I look at it. Damn everybody else. If the guy did I'm is trying to encompass, walks in and watches me do this dramatic interpretation of his character, will he be proud? That's it. That's all I cared about. So that is it. But we're gonna get to the actual show here in just a second. But I actually have something for you guys, and this is the midway part of the show. Let me show you something a little bit. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching, and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that have been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. Want to make sure that I shout everybody out in the crew, you know, so that is for you guys. If you do want to be a part of the crew, you want to be a member, it's number $2.99 a month to be a member of the crew. And by being a member of the crew, anytime that I do actual videos, you know, you most definitely will be able to watch them first. On certain videos, like certain videos that I got to just get up, I just got to just get it up and out of there because of it. But on the majority of the videos, like 90% of the videos, you will get to watch them first before anybody else. You know, you get priority messaging and all of that stuff. All right. Yes, he was. What up, Dr. James Willis? Good morning. And Robert D, of course. That's why I said go ahead and hit that like button. Stop lurking and hit that like button. Yeah, I trust me, I get it. I get it. I completely get it. I'm just saying, as a person who grew up in the 80s and seen He-Man portrayed by Dolph Lundgren. Look, you'll be all right. What up, Carol Black? What's up? What's up, man? You are not lying. Exactly. Especially me being I'm a Turtles fan and a Transformers fan. These two factions right here, this is Transformers over on this side, Turtles back there, and then Michael Bay destroyed both of them. Made them look as hideous. Took somebody else to come in and change it up a little bit, but Jesus Louise. Anyway, so let's be mad. Let them be mad. Bella and the show are going to win so many awards. She will get the last laugh. And she did. She won awards. She won awards. Let's challenge that. I give you the challenge. I'll give you that challenge. What's up, Rashad Walker? What's up? What's up? What's up? He said, dang, everyone can't be pretty like Pretty Tony, but are they talented? That's true. That is so true. That is so true. He said that beat is so hard. She ugly. Just say it, Mr. Man, just say she's ugly. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat like, I don't like her because her face is big and her nose and everything is small. Just put it in there. It ain't hate. That you think she's ugly, you think she's ugly. I just told you who I think is ugly. The Transformers and them Turtles. I'm just saying. American Ninja Girl, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let's get to this episode. I still think, honestly, hold up, wait a minute. I think I'm sharing. Hold up. Give me just a second. And this episode was called Through the Valley. He said, yeah, because you know you was thinking it. I said it. I said it at the beginning of my video. She's not aesthetically pleasing. I get it. She's not. At the same time, she's bringing the damn thunder as an actor. So me watching this, I'm like, she's doing it. I can't be mad at that. I'm going to congratulate that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm not saying she's cute either. She's not. No, she doesn't look like the character, but she is embodying everything that Ellie has shown, you know, in the Last of Us video game. I'm sorry. It is what it is. All right, let's go ahead and get this stage started. Now, we start off at the beginning with Abby. Now, again, like I said at the beginning, the actress that's playing Abby, Caitlin Dever, was supposed to be Ellie in the video game. I think, like I said, if Bella Ramsey and Caitlin Dever swap places, y'all wouldn't have no problem with it. Y'all wouldn't have no problem with it. She looks more like the character than Bella Ramsey does. Right? And if you know anything, especially me, like I said, one thing I did, I actually watched all the cutscenes from The Last of Us video game. So, but she's also damn near 30. Now, I had Deleted Villa was talking about Bella Ramsey looking 14, and Caitlin over here damn near 30. You want her to play a 19-year-old. When the person who is 21 and was probably 20 or 19 at the time of shooting is the same age as the character, but somehow that's me shut up. Because like I said, it's about who's bringing the acting chops. And I'm sorry, she was bringing the acting chops, but she was supposed to be here. She got aged out of her role. It is what it is. So she's having this dream about her going to find her father. Remember, her father was the doctor that was going to cut Ellie up and try to get the cure and this is her finding her father passed away in this dream. And in this particular dream, this is a similar Because again, I started watching the cutscenes. Y'all not about to get me. I started watching the cutscenes from the Last of Us video game. And they did a really good job recreating a moment from that video game with this. She goes in, she was like, you're gonna find him with his brains all over the pavement. And then she wakes up from this dream. What up, Aisha? So she wakes up from this dream, you know, in the cabin. And again, this was a lot of it was really good. But you know what I ain't hearing? Huh? You know what I ain't hearing? Why old girl ain't buff? Huh? I ain't hearing all of that. Huh? She's supposed to be the size of Rakeshi right now. Why she ain't that big? Huh? I ain't hearing that. But did she bring a performance as Abby? You god dang on right. She does her thing. So they knew that they wasn't too far from Jackson. Y'all can't be that picky. I'm over here getting Wonder Man when somebody could have been T'Challa. Y'all over here being picky because somebody ain't buff. Shut up. So they putting the plan in motion to go in because they know that that Joel is not too far from there. They're also probably cold in here. And then the young lady who was playing, I think she's playing is it oh man, I gotta get the IMDb for this. This young lady right here, that's the girl that everybody had a problem with that said she's ugly because she's in a video game bald headed. In the future, I think it's the Star Wars video game? Exactly. You know what I mean? But I forgot, is it the Star Wars video game or I forgot, but she had to shave her head so she could do the character model for that show. And that woman is gorgeous. She was Nora, Tati Gabriel. She had to shave her head, and people had a problem with her being in the video game. Like, y'all have no idea. That woman is fine. You know what I mean? But everybody got a problem because they want to be, oh my God, this woke this and this woke that, woke. Shut up. I want to do y'all like they used to do in Merry Melodies. You know what I'm saying? When they used to punch people like, shut up. I do. So they're getting the strategy together, you know, on how to go over there and get old Joe. You know, she knows the mission. They know that they're going to be out here traveling. That woman is gorgeous. Bald-headed or not, she's fine. And she was like, you know, you got to do what you got to do because you're getting to the point. I ain't going to lie. She kind of looks like Raven Simone if Raven Simone went on a dramatic weight loss program. Like if she was like riding Ozempic. Like Raven Simone ain't ugly. But she look like she has that Raven Simone aesthetic. So she goes out in the wilderness to go out to Jackson to go out there and see if she could be able to infiltrate and go find old Joe. In here that was like, so you think you got a plan? So like, yeah, I kind of got a plan. I'm not gonna lie, everybody's kind of looking at this like, is this worth it? Like honestly, I'm out here in the cold. Like I get it. There was an opportunity for a cure. It didn't happen. Joe killed her father. I get it. You killed my daddy. I get it. At the same time, there's not a voice of reason out there, but like, okay, there's a horde of monsters out here I gotta fight. And we're concerned with you trying to go avenge your father's death. All right, Inya Matoya, you killed my father, prepare to die. That's what I was waiting on. They didn't give me that. But tell me she don't look like Raven Simone a little bit as she went on Ozempic. Now Ellie got to wake up. The people y'all love to, the woman y'all love to hate is up again. She got to get up. My man was like, "Hey, get your ass up." She was like, "And I know that you was out here kissing my girlfriend, and I don't like it." And she was like, "What? You knew about that?" He was like, "Man, I'm just playing. I knew the whole time." Oh, Jesse. He was like, just get the stuff up. We got to go on patrol. We citizen on patrol today. Get up out of here. So everybody's kind of preparing. to go out on this patrol. So she was like, I'm gonna go see Joe. He was like, Dina already left. He was like, he did. She was gonna go on patrol. See, this is the thing that really ticked me off about Ellie this episode. She pissed me off because now all of a sudden you want to go out with Joe. When you had an opportunity that the night before, when he was sitting up there playing the banjo on his guitar, you walk right past him like he wasn't nothing. Now you have it. Now you're feeling guilty. You know what I mean? And this is one of the things that about her character that pissed me off, because she was just way entirely just like too pissy to me. Like, you're making me mad because there's certain things that you could be doing, which again, that's good. She's playing a good character because I was mad at her. Because I'm like, look, you could have just apologized. You know, all the stuff that Joe did for you, whether hook or crook, whether good or bad. Because if you was willing to accept your death so you could be able to save humanity, you know what I'm saying? Then you would have turned your ass right back around and went back to Utah. But Joe killed everybody in the end of season 1, so you knew you wasn't going to do that. So, if you're mad at him for sparing your life, then that's a conversation you need to have. But you was too busy being prissy and all of that, to even think about that. So they're having this meeting with Tommy. Tommy is letting the town know exactly, because they're going out there and they're being prepared. They're making sure that everybody knows their position, their post, what to be able to do as far as a horror coming. And remember, if we remember, there is the what do they call the clickers or whatever? They're out there. They were just as small numbers. You know what I mean? And a lot of them that you seen was for just frozen in ice. But this is the scene that pissed me off. You know what I mean? Yeah, she been tripping the whole season. It's just two episodes. She was tripping. This is what pissed me off, right? He comes up, he apologizes to me wholeheartedly, right? My man was like, look, my bad. I shouldn't have said that. And she comes back where everybody says what they, which is true. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like a drunk mind don't speak sober thoughts, right? A drunk mind speaks sober thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So if you ever get drunk and you tell your ex you love them, it's because that's what you really feel. But he's just saying, I'm sorry, I shouldn't even came out of my mouth. And instead of saying, I appreciate it. It obviously this was the first time anything like that has ever happened. I'm gonna let it slide. She started acting like a dick. He even gave her sandwiches. You and Jesse got sandwiches. You know what I mean? I can't even eat bread and you over here being pissy. Ellie, she pissed me off. You know what I mean? Took the sandwich and she was just looking like, he got it off his conscience, but it was just Ellie. It was Ellie's attitude. You know what I'm saying? In here, he knew he was wrong, but like, what more can you do? You apologize. You know what I mean? After that, there's nothing you can do, man. Let her be a little pissy ass 19-year-old. You know what I'm saying? I hope you get eaten too. You know what I'm saying? The sandwich ain't the only thing I hope get bit. Yeah, that's what I would have said. You know what I mean? Because he had me mad. It was like, let's go out here. Let's do our thing. Now, again, we get back to Abby, and there's a contrast what they did in this episode with Abby and Ellie if you're not paying attention. You know what I mean? But she's out there. She's out there scouting. She sees the people that's out there patrolling on the horses. So she like, I'm going to go out here and get to these places. They were making Tommy was making sure that if things wasn't happening, even though it's a major storm, that everything that was secured, making sure that the whole entire place, this is a good day to make sure everything's secured. Because man, when it goes down, it goes completely down. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the cold that much. I would have been 8. I would have been a clicker or the plague or whatever they call tomorrow. Attack of the killer tomato. I would have been a tomato because I'm not living in nobody's freezing nothing. I'm sorry. I'm going to Florida we gonna have to just battle it out in Florida or Texas. You know what I mean? But ain't no way I'm living in the cold. And these things don't die in the cold. Like, this is the only thing that got me about this fungus. Now, normally funguses live in warm climate, not cold climate. You can't even grow grass in the wintertime. How in the world can these things survive? Somebody where Big Shemaze at? Where Big Shemaze? You played a video game when you was a kid. How can they survive in the cold when they're a plant organism? They're a fungus. Something ain't right. You know what I mean? Keep Sweat, 1987. So they get in because it's cold. You know what I'm saying? It's a blizzard coming, so they get in the cold. They go and find shelter. They go and find old boy. What's his name? That was what's McCall's husband. He had a little place over at the old 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? That he was over here growing weed at. You know what I'm saying? Old Gail's husband. You know what I mean? He over here with the whole plant farm. It was like, oh snap. It's 420. I don't care if it's Easter or not. Who getting high? Me and Jesus right now. Oh man. So yeah, they come to find out that her husband was a firefly, and now it's starting to hit her that look, as him being a firefly, I still remember Joel saving me from all of them. She don't know because she was under anesthesia that Joel came in and popped almost everybody. No, he killed everybody in there. Nobody survived. He legitimately killed everybody. Right? So while they over there getting warm, I'm surprised it was too cold to even spark up. How the weed, you know what I'm saying, not frozen? You know what I mean? What's going on with the plant life here in Montana or wherever they at? Where they at? Is they in Montana? So Abby's on the revenge tour. You know what I mean? She like, I'm getting close, and she was up there like she had the whole definition. We be coming around the mountain when she comes, because she went down that mountain. All right. Hold on, wait a minute. I gotta do it. I was cracking up. That's what you get. Yeah, over there looking stupid. Over there on your revenge tour. You know what I mean? Slide down the mountain when she comes. She be coming around the mountain when she comes. And she like, oh snap. Now, again, this is just me, but I know that the horde of the clickers went underground, right? And of course, you know what I mean, the ground is more warmer below. I get it. Heat rises. I get it. But how? There's still human bodies, and the human body can only take so much when it comes to cold. How are they still moving their body around like that? That's what I was confused. Again, it made for an awesome scene though. But I just want to know the who's alive to tell me the physiology of what's going on. And this, I'm talking about frozen solid clicker. Nah. As soon as I would have seen all of this, I'm taking off running. I'm taking off running. Matter of fact, when that thing when the stuff start moving, the ground start moving. Nah, I'm out. I am out. Dude, this is coming out. And when I found out that they actually filmed this during a blizzard and a snowstorm, I was like, yo, every actor and actress, every extra get my props, because I couldn't do it. It's too cold, and I gotta come out the ground. No, and then they just running. Just coming out the snow. And she running. Ah! She was taking off running. Oh my God, they after me. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. These mugs are super fast though, because they was over there bucket. Ah! So she gets over to the fifth, and she thought at first I thought she was gonna slam right into that wall. You know what I'm saying? She was trying to come up. You know what I mean? That was like, oh, give me the leg. Ah! So they gonna eat her and make her a clicker. That's it. Give me the leg. I should have bit her ankle. Almost had some ankle. Oh, snap. And she was like, I'm gonna go get over this wall. And these things are wicked. They was over there on the fence. You know what I'm saying? This is how Michael Jackson concerts used to look back in the day, ladies and gentlemen. Beyonce and them could never. Young Michael. I just want to see the Jackson 5. Come on, Tito, let's go. Oh, God. I mean, they over there, they bit the fence in. You know what I mean? They bit the fence in. And she was crying, oh, God. And again, this is, if I was watching this looks like a cutscene from a video game, too. You know what I mean? This looks like a video game cutscene where the monsters are after you. You know what I mean? And they behind me. Now, where's your weapon? Oh, she lost her weapon, so she ain't got her weapon. Grab her. Let me take a bite out of crown. See, this is what happens, everybody. When I was a kid, there was a thing called dare. And they say, you take a bite out of crime. And she was trying to, bow. Straight shot to the dome. Ow. So it was like, who shot? And then when I seen that watch, I already knew that Joe was in the house. And I was like, oh, snap, Joe. Uh-oh. And my man was going to town. People was like, Joe's over there doing his thing. Pop, pop. Now, again, I watched this be recreated. I seen the video game portion of this. They did a really good job. You know what I mean? When they did this scene. Because they literally, she found out it was Joel and she just basically played him. But again, there's so much more to think about. Again, if I was part of her team, I'm like, yo, there's monsters outside that bite you and turn you into a monster. And this is what we gonna do, revenge? Yeah, I get it. He had the cure. He could have brung her back. You know what I mean? And she didn't have to come up either. But there's way more things to think about than this. And this is what you got to think about. I probably, nah, son. I get it. But somebody should have taught some sense into her a little bit. You know, it was like, hey, them things is coming. They about to break down the door. They was coming through. I'm talking about, oh man. And Tommy's over here worried about his brother because again, he's in a snowstorm. This is where it deviates from the video game. Because in the video game, Tommy was with Joel and Ellie. In this one, he was in the town. And he's still trying to make sure that someone could get in contact with Joel. And he couldn't get in contact with Joel, and he started getting real concerned. I think my man Jesse hit one real quick. You know what I'm saying? And went to go take a nap. Because ain't no way that I'm taking a nap right now. You know what I mean? He got a little Bunsen burner and you want to take a nap. And he was like, we can't get in contact with Joel. Nobody can get in contact with him. And it was like, we need to get up out of here. Matter of fact, let me go get my stash of weed real quick. And let's go. Let's get up out of here. And they was gone. Now, see, this is where they discover, you know, when he breaks the pipe, that the fungus has been communicating this whole entire time. The fungus is basically the alpha and has been communicating with everything, with the other clickers and everything, which is dope. You're like, oh, snap. I would have burnt it. Hey, Who got some gasoline real quick? Let me burn this up. You know, they was like, oh, we need to get out there. Now, again, that's what made me mad about her. Ellie was so concerned about pissing Joel off and being a little, you know, a little turd burglar. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just making sure that she had a conversation with Joel, you know, the night before. So they go run it off. You know what I'm saying? In the horses. Try to go find where Joel is at. They went and split up. And again, the fungus is over there communicating while you got the horde over there coming. Like, that's crazy that fungus could be able to communicate with all these particular people. And I'm talking about coming up out the ground. Like, they on horseback. They on horseback. And did you just see legions of them just running? You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what it looks like when a shoe just dropped. Just say, for instance, this is the Jordan 11 Space Jam. This is what it used to look like, people. This is what Christmas used to look like back in 2009. Tickle Me Elmo. You know what I mean? Cabbage Patch Dolls. This is what it looked like. Give me that Cabbage Patch. This is what the malls used to look like. And I love the way that they use practical effects and CGI because it wasn't that many people. But that is so dope because this is just a lot of people. They was like, oh, snap, we got problems. Ring the alarm, ring the bell. They was like, huh? Ring the bell. Oh, snap. And then they seen them coming. It was like, oh, snap. Ring-a-ding-ding. Ring-a-ding-ding. We got to go. I was talking about, man, you see them. They coming. So they got to get prepared for war. All right, everybody, code red, let's go. Get it in there. Get the women and children on the ground. I don't think that's the safest place to put the women and children at right now, but let's get them in there. You know what I'm saying? Babies and all of that. Let's get them in there. Let's go. Let's get prepared. And I do like that they had a plan. You know what I mean? This was Game of Thrones-esque. You know what I mean? Because they got the fire, they had everything, they had the weapons. They was like, get the heat. They got the blow torches, all of that. I mean, I don't think Contra could have did better than what they did, honestly. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the weapons, let's get everything together, hold the fort down. They was like, I'm talking about, I would have been trying to it was like Jackson, let's hold it down. They was like, and then they got the big tankers and the trucks there. How did they move those? They probably moved them in the summertime. That was like, get the stuff there. I would have been shooting. Shoot something. Shoot them. So the Battle of Harlem, shoot something. They put the barrels out there. You know what I'm saying? Donkey Kong style. You know what I'm saying? Then they start shooting the barrels. I was like, that's smart. You know what I'm saying? Shoot the barrels. Get a little of that gasoline there. And they was like, let's throw some fire at them. That's not what they said. They're like, I'm talking about boom, boom. I'm talking about there is pieces of clicker everywhere. I love it. And they went to town. Bow, 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 bow. But again, this is very Game of Thrones-esque. You know what I'm saying? That I like. And then you just suppose Joe, Abby, and Dina is over there looking like, oh, snap, we need to go back home. So Abby was like, hey, I got a cabin in the woods. Huh? Cabin in the woods. I seen that movie, but yeah, it's right up the mountain. Oh, snap, let's get up the mountain. Even though they're watching their place, I'm talking about, look at Joel's cheeks over there cooked. Tommy and them out there going to war. Pop, pow, 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 pow. People on fire. I wish they would have had more gasoline out there. They needed more barrels. Because the clickers like, oh, let's go the other way. Which is, again, this is smart. It was like, they're going around the back. You know what I'm saying? They're going around back. Let's get over there. So everybody just runs around back because everybody has a weakness. My man got the blow torches. But when the big clicker came in, the bloat, he came in. That was like, oh, now everybody's scared. Now don't be scared now. Don't be scared. Don't be looking crazy now. Start shooting. You know, they got to do like, they got to eat that dude from Jurassic Park. Shooter! You know what I mean? Shoot! So they start shooting. They needed more machine. Oh, snap. I caught that right at the perfect time. Wow. Everybody's out there like, oh, snap, please, please, mama, please. I mean, the clickers was coming out on the roofs. They had to shoot. Hey, look, if it bites you, I'm shooting you. It bites you, I'm shooting you. And Joel over there, I mean, Tommy over there putting people on fire. Over there setting stuff on the blowtorch up. He's shooting. Look. As soon as I see my man over there being chewed on like a Lunchable, I most definitely set him on fire right then and there. But then the big blow coming. I mean, this is actually video game-esque. I do like it. You know what I mean? This would have been dope. You know what I'm saying? On the video game. You know what I mean? And they said that a lot of people complained that there wasn't too many monsters in season 1, which I can see that, but they had a lot more story to tell. They did a hell of a job so far. Just season 2, and you getting a major battle that's going on. Tommy out here, pop, everybody getting shot. You try to shoot that thing. That looks disgusting. That thing looks disgusting. But he was like, it's trying to come after my wife. Because I think she starts shooting at him. And he was like, uh-oh. I was like, uh-oh, I'm trapped. So this reminds me of a video game. Like if you was in the middle of a video game and the boss battle was getting ready to come, like again, there's nothing else that's around there that you could have put in the way to make this thing stagger. There's a whole bicycle. Look, there's a bike right there, right? Can't you put the bike in front of his way? Let's see if he can ride a bicycle or something, or trip over the bicycle. There's tires there. There's everything. Well, my man was so scared, he didn't even think. I would have hit him with the bike. So he comes over there. He's like, that's a big son of a gun. So he sets him on fire. Now my man emptied a whole. Now, again, he been fighting these horde of clickers for so long. Why he just didn't try to burn that thing's face off? Like, why he just didn't go right up in his, as close as you could possibly get and barbecue my man's whole entire face off? You know what I mean? I mean, eventually he does what he can. Then, I mean, why he over there screaming and hollering at me? You know what I mean? I'm burning his mouth off. He was like, oh, snap. I mean, my man is using a whole can on him. That thing is nasty, son. He's over there going through. I'm talking about, you know how strong and determined you got. Again, this is supposed to be a plant organism. How is it that tough that it goes through the fire? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna lie. My man was like, he was going to face his death. He just walking up. You got Mr. Crispy over here. You know what I'm saying? Not even original, extra crispy. You know what I'm saying? Coming up to him and getting ready to get the final blow. And my man just eventually dies off. Because I bet you next time you got some fire, you'll go for the man's face. Go for his face. I'm talking about people out here getting pilled. Pow, 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 pow. They released the dogs. Now, all of them got German Shepherds. We found out in season 1, I want to say, what was that, episode 2 or 3, that dogs are really keen to these things and will attack these horde of clickers. And I do like when the way the dogs was coming up, like, you know what I'm saying? Again, me being childish, I would have played Who Let the Dogs Out while the dogs is over there running. This is for all the dog lovers. It was loving every minute of this. Now we get to the nitty-gritty. Now we get to the scene of all scenes, right? They come in on horsey back. You know what I mean? Joel, Dina, they was like, let him in. So he's over there. They try to find some help. Dina got frostbite. You know what I mean? But she's over here. She's being observant. Again, what did she say? in episode 1. She's the brains of the operation. Ellie's the muscle. So because she was over there being super observant, no matter if her hand get ready to cut off and fall off and all of that, she started getting names, numbers, faces. She's being super observant. You know what I mean? I love every minute of it. It was like, we need to go back. And this is where everything shifts sideways. It was like, oh, snap, that's Joe and Joaquin Torres. You know what I'm saying? Why can't you do that at Falcon and the Winter Soldier, huh? Why can't you do that in Brave New World? But you want to go and grab old Dina and put the strap to her head. It was like, put it down, old man. Give me all your weapons. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that weapon. You give me this. You give me that. I'm taking all of this, that, and this. And you say, and then Abby goes on. Now, this is the difference between the video game and this. Abby goes on this whole monologue in all of this. It was like, you must have been the Fireflies. He was like, you don't know who I am? I'm Ego Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. So Joel is like, oh, snap. You know what I mean? Just let her go. Don't even pay attention to me. You know what I'm saying? Just let her go. And he was, you know what I mean? And she gave him a little needle full of juice, put her to sleep for an hour. It's like, I swear to God, it's just for an hour. You know what I mean? But she still had enough consciousness to hear before she went night-night. You know what I mean? But then I just want to get to the scene where when Joe realizes his fate, like he realizes this is it. Here I stand. And then she goes on monologuing. This is something that doesn't happen in the video game. She doesn't monologue for this long. He just wanted to make sure that Dina was safe. It was like, if this is what you want to do, I give Abby her props though. She turned around and was like, bah! My legs. My legs. It's straight out the video game though. He's like, put a tourniquet on him. You know what I'm saying? Put wrap his leg up. And then she goes and monologues for 5 minutes. And she was like, oh, I didn't really want to do that, but I didn't want to be here, but I am. You know what I'm saying? She gets to monologuing and monologuing and monologuing and monologuing and crying and monologuing. Again, she pissed me off because she was talking too much. So when Joe was like, what just killed me already? I'm tired of you talking. You're making me sick. You're getting on my nerves right now. And I was like, oh, I'm getting on your nerves, huh? You want me to end it? You killed my daddy. So she decided, you know what I'm saying, that she was going to go Casey Jones on my man. You know what I mean? Bring out the 9-iron. You know what I'm saying? And again, straight out the video game, you gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna accept my fate because he knew a long time ago that his fate was gonna be sealed. You know what I mean? So she went clubbing. We be clubbing. Everybody, when a girl said something, she went and was beating the brakes off of him. And Ellie was trying to find Joel. She went adjacent to the battle that was going on. Like, oh snap, all of that's going on, but I gotta find Joel. So she goes horseback riding. I mean, when I tell you they beat the, and again, a lot of this, I want to say 85% of this was from the video game. You know what I'm saying? She was beating the brakes. I'm talking about beat the brakes off of them. She seen the horses. She seen Joel's horse. She seen Dina's horse. She goes in and she sneaks in just like in a little bit of like the video game, except she doesn't look like it. She ran in. Let him go. Let him go, you mother, because she cut Joaquin Torres' face. She's like, oh, snap. You know what I'm saying? She was like, you let him go. She was like, Joe, get up. And he's clinging on to dear life. And again, I don't care what y'all say about her face. Her acting was superb in this moment. Her acting was everything in this moment. You know what I'm saying? She brought it. He's over there getting ready to die. And she was like, oh my God, don't kill him. Don't you do it. I'm gonna kill everybody. I mean, she beat the man so much with the club broke. They was like, oh no. And then I'm talking about put the end of the club in his neck, which on the video game, she just smacked him one more good time for good measure, beat the man's brains in. You know what I mean? And that was the end of that. And she was like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you all. And she witnessed Joel dying, and she got kicked in her stomach. You know what I'm saying? I talking about, but Joel's gone. He got to go. And the reason why Joel is gone is because he had the Mandalorian and Grogu to film, and also Fantastic Four. That ain't the reason why he dies in the video game. And they left her in there to our own devices. And this is straight video game S right here. This is most definitely Naughty Dog and Ubisoft. They do that because this was like on Assassin's Creed. She went and she's clinging to him. Now again, if she wasn't being a little piece of crap, you know what I'm saying, earlier in episode 1, she wouldn't be crying as hard right there because she loved Joel. She knew Joel saved her. She's alive right now because of Joel, even though he knew the consequences that was going to happen with this. And I'm not going to lie, when I seen this, I was in my field. I was in the fields too, Aisha. I was most definitely in my feelings. I didn't cry, but I was in my feelings. Because it kind of like, okay, you go on this journey with this character and you see a scene like this. And again, I seen this scene before I actually seen the scene of it in the video game. You know what I mean? And the Wolf of Five just leave and Abby is all pissed up. Now you feel better about yourself, huh? You feel better, Abby? You know what I mean? They gonna come get you. People over there getting bit. You know what I'm saying? Just shoot me. You got this battle that went on, and then they gotta, you know what I'm saying? He gotta go hug your wife, hug your kids. All these people that's down there, you know, that's gone. And Dina, Ellie, and Jesse gotta drag Joel's. I'm talking about she's hurt. And again, like I said, this here, I really felt bad for her because there's so many times that we have people that we done got into it with. We get pissed off at them, all of that. We never say thank you. We never say goodbye. We never say I love you. It's just we're mad at them. And then that's it. Something happens to them, and then we want to break down and cry. You know what I mean? And she was feeling it. I'm sorry. Y'all can talk about her face all you want. You know what I mean? It ain't, you know what I mean? Her acting performance, dog, I was like, actually just seeing this, you know what I mean? And Jesse was holding her up. You know what I'm saying? Is she trying to make sure that Joel goes back home? That they're dragging him back home. That's a hell of a scene to end the episode on. That's a hell of a scene to end the episode on. But again, this is good television for those, like I said, for those who didn't watch or who didn't play the video game. You know, if I was watching this for the first, which I did, I'm watching this for the first time. This was good television. I'm sorry. This was really good television. And the reason why is because the complexity of the characters. Abby is out for revenge because they killed her father. And I understand. It was crazy as I understand her motivation, right? I understand her motivation for that is because I understand her motivation for the simple fact is that, again, Joel's whole mission was to what your driver's here. His whole mission was to take Ellie to the Fireflies. When you get her to the Fireflies, they're gonna know what to do with her. She's basically cargo. He felt bad because he lost his daughter. It's all about loss, and that's the thing. What kind of decision would you make based on your feelings and what you feel about loss? Would you and sometimes I'm gonna kind of keep it a little deep right here. Sometimes we do this, you know, even in relationships, We felt like we lost out on something, so we overcompensate with the next person. You know what I mean? We feel lost when it comes to, you know, we lose a family member or something like that. Now we're overcompensating, with somebody else for the loss. Just go tell them you're out here and that you're looking for your badge. So it's like that. It's the simple fact is that it's overcompensation. And he overcompensated. He lost his daughter, and he was like this girl who was loving him like a daughter. She doesn't have a family. He had basically adopted her. At that particular moment, that's where his whole emotions, not his whole emotions, but his whole emotions takes over, and now he's overcompensating. When all he had to do was, yeah, it might have hurt, but he had to do what he had to do for the greater good of humanity. But it honestly begs the question, what would you do if you would have lost your daughter at the beginning of this whole plague thing, and then you turn around and then you have somebody who's being, a son or daughter to you, and then now this person is here, and what do you do in that situation? It is all about choices, and I think that's what a lot of people like the video game is, because of the choices that that you have in the things that go on, and what type of sacrifice are you willing to make. To me, again, I don't care about that girl's face. That was good television. I really don't. I don't care. You know what I mean? Because it's a CGI character model. I get it and I don't. Because again, it's the feeling that I had with the actual character, the depth of the character, how the characters are reacting in the moment, the person that's closer to it, because we went on that whole entire journey with her, that actress, to see the payoff in season 2. Hey, I'm good with it. I am good. But Roberta, with the $10 super chat, another great show and no spoilers on the center review, not to mention the orange, my favorite. Oh yeah. Hold up, let me show you, Roberta. The orange don't stop. The orange doesn't stop. It's my favorite color. The orange don't stop. But because Roberta is out here giving super chats, and I really appreciate it. You know what I got for you? Gang banging. Gang banging. Gang banging. Over here, I'm over here with my Smokey. Gang banging. Oh yeah, and then I'm gonna talk to I gotta talk to Mika, and see if she's available so we can talk about centers tonight. So I gotta see. Yeah, but this is, oh man, this was good. This was a good episode. So very good episode. I'm trying to tell you, I was in my feelings. I was like, I wasn't ready. I was not ready for any of this. You know what I mean? It's a worst video game choice in history. He ain't had to die so soon. Didn't he? But yeah, you got to coordinate. You do. But I'm just saying. Oh, trust me, I got other orange. Trust me, I got some other orange shoes too. But yeah, so what did you guys think about this episode? I'm not gonna lie, this was, whew, it hits you. But I did a live stream when me and Mika was doing this review of The Last of Us season 1. I did it with Mika. There was some episodes, I'm not gonna lie, I'm talking about just doing a review on it. I'm boohooing on camera. That's how, again, everybody has different emotions and everybody looks at stuff differently. So my whole entire thing with season 1 had me emotional because I felt it as a father. I felt it, so maybe that's why I'm super invested in this show. I absolutely love this. I love this. I love good emotion. I love that they're sticking close to the source material as they possibly can and giving you new elements. So you're just not, like I said, I could just watch The Last of Us and watch all the deleted, all of the all of the cutscenes, and that'll be the show. But just giving you extra things on top of this, and I love every minute of it. Love every minute of it. But what did you guys think? I loved it, but what did you guys think? Make sure you put it in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think.
Yo, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that shit up, B.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing on up and get you guys up out of here. I will see you tonight for Blur AF. Again, hopefully we can talk about Sinners. I'm going to, because I think I still got tickets. Yeah, they gave me, I ordered a bunch of tickets. I wasn't able to cash in on the tickets. Abby pissed me off though. So I'm going to go see if I could go watch on my guest pass. Are you okay? I might have to go up there and talk to somebody. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys up out of here. I want to try to go see Sinners again if I can before I come back here. But again, thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Dre Max Show. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell notification so you can never miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm gonna holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power. I'll see y'all tonight for Blurred AF. Where's my outro at? Look, you already know. I done talked about this long enough, but I gotta go. Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over? What? Huh. Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.